Get in, nerds. We are playing Hearts of Iron 4. We just took over Sicily. So that situation's overall going really well. I'm going to set this army to plan an advance up to link up with the British landing over here. But we're not going to fire that yet because we are focusing primarily on this invasion here, which is going to have all sorts of situations going on. So, resources are good. Doctrines available. We got quite a bit of land experience, actually. So let's go with integrated support for our land doctrine. I think that's going to be right. Oh my goodness. Benito Mussolini is deposed. In an unprecedented move, Italy's Grand Council of Fascism has seized power and deposed Benito Mussolini and put him under house arrest. This action has been motivated by an effort to save the country from the military failures and incompetency of Il Duce, which has caused tension within Italy, and some fear this could lead to civil war unless steps are taken to ease the situation. Splendid. So we'll get this, and we'll get this. And that's going to make our support companies much, much stronger. You know a good skill you can get? Nope, just guerrilla fighter again. Senator retires, another senator event. Alright, and we got some units kind of on the edge here, so let's throw an attack, and ooh, no. Nope. Those units can't do that kind of an attack. What about these ones? Much better. Alright, so when we hit the go button over there, that's going to be an infantry attack only. Got some free dockyards available. We'll just go ahead with maxing out our cruiser production lines. That is going to that's going to get us all the cruisers we could ever want. And we do... Were we really not buying chromium for a little bit? That's incredible. Right, we were doing some manufacturing. Sorry, it was a few days ago when I first played. So, that's right. We're doing our big D-Day invasion with our massive marine army. That sound you hear, by the way, is a special flavor soundtrack item which exists when Italy is in the midst of a civil war. Alright, so we're still accumulating planning bonuses here, so we'll just leave that for now. And we'll get these units advancing. I think we can win against Vichy France over here, particularly because we're going to be occupying Vichy France pretty soon. We got our big force here. I'm actually going to set this to naval invasion support and split this unit into four different forces, but we're actually going to assign them all. Actually, it's going to be three, because I want these forces supporting the other fleet. So that's going to get these units on the way over to... Perfect. Alright, so once they get there, we'll fire off this naval invasion, and then everything will be good. Ooh, nailed some high-tier French naval units. That's very good. I didn't want to start this attack yet, but that's okay. It'll be fine. I should really split up these two armies, I think. That or just turn this into a different situation. Because... No, I'm going to halt this. I thought we were doing a lot better over here than we're actually doing. get this railway. Oh, that railway is built already. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so what else? Nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll let those units get some more planning bonuses before we get going here. Alright, we got our 3 fleets in place. Let's make sure we have air superiority the way we want to have it. All our fighters where we want them. Strategic bombers, we can hold these units because we're going to want these medium bomber wings doing tactical bombing. Just pause this here because we're about to get going. So we want those units here. These medium bomber wings are going to be doing tactical bombing. Interesting. They're doing some naval bombing here. Let's make sure we've got sufficient air superiority. We'll get the heavy fighters over here. Actually, why don't we do this mostly with the heavy fighters, and we'll have the light fighters, since their range is a little limited, we'll have them control the English Channel. And then our strategic bombers will just hang tight for a bit. Now this other strategic bomber wing, I'm going to set them to exercise. We can continue to do that stuff in a minute once we've gotten all of our naval invasions going here. I'm going to queue in. Let me see, how are we doing with our ships? Did I design... I think I might do another round of, let me see, I've got my high-tier battle cruisers, but I think I might do another round of those, so that I can have everything I desire. Oh yeah, this one got renamed, so we'll go ahead and call this Battle Cruiser 3A, oop, nope, Battle Cruiser 3A, and yeah, we'll rename that, and then we'll go ahead and build 4 more of these. Actually, no, we only have 1 trait point. Let's not worry about that. 2, 3, and 4. And once again, these will all go in our main battle force. Do I need these? Strictly speaking, no. But, you know, I'm America and I'll build more battleships if I wanna. That's gonna once again short me on chromium, so we'll start buying from Cuba once again. Cool. Alright, and now we will press the go button on this fleet. And actually, I'm going to move the Marine Army into Eisenhower's army just to consolidate those units. And it is go time. Lost a convoy over here, nothing serious. Heavy bomber wings not doing anything, that's not a shocker. Alright, the enemy does have, they are going to be opposing these landings, except for the one over here. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to see this. We do have air superiority in the zone, and we are doing massive, oh, they are opposing us here now, but we are doing massive amounts of damage with our close air support. So, Sweden requests trade of knowledge sharing for ball bearings. Sweden has requested to trade their invaluable ball bearings, which would be a major resource for a war effort against our scientific know-how and advancements. The Swedish government seems to seek ways to gain the upper hand in a potential conflict via the progress of science, something that we can surely help them with. A mutually beneficial trade. This gives us reduce production cost by a significant amount for a bunch of different things. That's really good. But reduced research speed. But it's only 2% reduced research speed. I'm going to do this. This seems really good. I'm going to do it. And they're going to get 25% bonus for some other stuff. That's a mutually beneficial trade for sure. Alright. And once we've got... Alright, so we've got some units landed. So let's get cracking. Right, these units are landed as well. Time to press forward. Beautiful. Ooh, naval invasion. Within 96 hours, execute naval invasion plans use a certain number of divisions. That's fun. Alright. Got these units here as well.
Move out.
Perfect, and we've got troops landing in Le Havre as well, which means we officially have a port. Now, we do have some Mulberry harbors, but, excellent. Got these units. We'll put 2 of these attacking here and 2 of them moving this way. Our fronts are going to be totally garbled, by the way, but that just kind of is what it is. Perfect. This unit's going to go here. Help turn that attack into a success. Forward. That unit is pressing forward already. Let's try to get Dieppe. Still trying to get a hold of Cherbourg here. Once we've got a hold of Cherbourg, I'll fix up these fronts. Because currently they're totally, they're really Robert J. Borked over here in these fronts. And Cherbourg is ours. Alright, beautiful. So, now, we will simply place all of these Marine units on one front. We got a trait we can do. Ooh, excellent. So this is actually a really good trait, Invader, here. Has reduced invasion prep time and increased speed. We can get Amphibious, which enables ability, naval assault plan, requisition additional landing craft and resources for a naval invasion. Interesting. Or Naval Liaison, which increases shore bombardment bonus. I'm going to go with Amphibious. It also gives us 10 extra days of Marine supply grace, which seems really, really good. Alright, so now that the Marines have landed, we'll go ahead and... Oops. Okay, I think the supply there hasn't quite activated yet. So we'll go ahead and give this a little bit more time to get going. There we go. We're going to be doing a ton of micromanagement here. Because we want to be doing as much... want to be getting as much activity as we can get here. Because the faster you get forward, the better you're going to be doing in a naval invasion. Let's see, it's going to go forward here. Perfect. Those units are pressing forward on us right now. Push those units in. This unit can wait, but we'll get this one moving this way. And I think it's time for us to bring over our heavy What the heck are the light tanks doing all the way over there?
Attention.
That's wild. Alright. Time to bring over
Fall in.
our armored forces. It's going to take them a little time to get here. Hold up, why do I have two different fronts here still? Oh, right, because I didn't... Alright. Working out naval invasion fronts is a little bit of a task, but it is what it is. Alright, brilliant. We are defending here. I'm going to put you in this gap to lock down this area. You're going to press forward here as well. Perfect.
Fall in.
And a successful advance in these zones.
Attention.
You attack here. Move forward going this way. And I want to be really cognizant of supply here because 3 of them. You guys are going to be transporting over, right? Do it! Do it now!
Yes, sir.
Alright. We still have air superiority. We do still have air superiority, but we're in 2 air zones. We do have an airport here. So let's bring over the light fighters. Station them there.
Fall in. Attention. Yes, sir.
The Germans have a really substantial number of troops in this
Attention.
area of operations here, so we're trying to be careful. You know what, for now we're just going to max out some of these other production lines, and when they start to sort themselves out, we'll see kind of where our needs are at. We do need some additional chromium. How long till that those works get done? 30 more days. Alright, well that shouldn't be too bad. We are almost in Paris, though, which is pretty rad. The liberation of Paris. It has now been confirmed that Paris, the capital of France, has been liberated from German occupation. Allied forces have entered the city, and the remaining German garrison has surrendered. Parisians can be seen cheering their liberators as they marched down the Champs-Élysées, even while there were rumors of German sniper fire in some parts of the city. It was feared that the Germans would employ a strategy of scorched earth and leave Paris a burning ruin, but the city's landmarks appear to have been spared. Indeed, the French tricolor can even now be seen flying from the Eiffel Tower, a significant development.
Ready. Ready.
So we get a lot of these Marine units continuing to press forward here.
Ready.
Beautiful.
Fall in. Yes, sir.
And Paris should be a supply hub as well. So we'll motorize that. Are we holding any additional supply hubs in these zones? Not really. We got one over here, but it's not connected because it needs to be connected through the southern part of Paris before we can have that. I don't want to press too far forward. My tanks are on their way. So at this point, I think we're going to get an army on the way here, and this will really allow us to bulk up our presence here, because these Marine units are good, but they're not heavy in the way in which you kind of need to be in order to do consistent offensive operations. We do have an enemy tank unit here. We're getting a lot of army experience on this. We've gotten about 25 so far.
Move out. Move out.
So we continue to expand our front here.
Attention.
Perfect. Alright, so that should give us access to our supply hub over here at Rennes. Maybe not quite yet, but it'll get there. And that'll help with supply a lot. So where do we want to deploy these tanks, which are still in this other army? Let's go ahead and throw them in to the main army. No access to a trait, it's just guerrilla fighter again. Let's see. I think... So, here's the core question. Do we want to use our strong armored forces to try to move through... I think what we'll probably do is we'll use the armored forces to slice through to Besançon. The Marines will push south and liberate Vichy France, while the infantry forces will move east to break through Germany, into Germany. These other tanks are still, I don't know how this situation happened where these units are still, these light tanks are still all the way back. Where the heck are they? Where are my light tanks? How did you guys get all the way over there? In any case, if you check the footage, it's probably, the answer is me doing something really dumb. So, you know, just don't. That footage, don't check it. Alright, so we'll get this front set up here. And what we'll do is we'll put an offensive, not just this unit, surely. All of our medium tanks, thank you. We'll put our front through here. And that is going to be our primary axis of advance. So we're going this way. And what that will do... Oh my goodness. Italy is in a civil war. Kingdom of Italy declared war on Italy. That is wild. So this... Italy is in the Allies. Ooh. Well, that strengthens our position significantly over here. Let's just march up and close the gap here. This is kind of an historical event. We're going to see... I'm sure there's going to be a flavor event for it, which we'll see in a second here. Repubblica Sociale Italiana fractures into civil war. The newly appointed leader of the Repubblica Sociale Italiana, Benito Mussolini, has been unable to address the rising tensions that have divided the Italians recently. This has caused a civil war to erupt, tearing the country apart from within. Different groups, ranging from communists to royalists to Democrats, are all vying for power and creating shifting alliances while the fascists are determined to maintain their rule. While the outcome of the civil war is still uncertain, outside help will surely play a major part in the future victory. This presents opportunities for us. Alright, so we'll just let these armored units accumulate a little bit more, organization, and then we'll start pushing the go button on some of these orders. Beautiful. See if we can get across this river here. We are actually succeeding in this attack here. So we'll see if we can turn that into a multiple front attack. Actually, don't want to lose Nantes. Right. I need to control the air in this zone as well. So we're going to grab 4 air wings and have them deployed to the northern France air zone. And we're going to grab some of our... Oh, these are our... Not those ones. Some of these ones. These boys don't have the range I was hoping they would. We'll put these ones there. All right, and that should be good to go. So from here, we'll start doing our main attacks using these armor units, and that will let us get up to a bunch of nonsense. This front has extended this way for reasons not completely clear. We're still going to be using Marines to help cross these rivers.
Fall in. Move out.
We're going here. Perfect. So if we can get a hold of Lorient, we can push those units back to Brest. And our infantry, our foot units are starting to arrive at this point. So
Move out.
we'll go ahead and continue to bring
Attention.
our heavy forces over here. Perfect. Keep going.
Move out.
As you can see, these units are absolutely
Move out.
devastating on when used offensively.
Back, sir.
They're fast, they're heavy, they're strong, they do a ton of damage.
Attention.
In fact, their only weakness is sometimes they get so fast they kind of outrun their orders a little bit, and it makes them a little bit hard to manage. I'm going to pause here. So, alright, now we have infantry over here, so let's start working on pushing forward in this sector. Again, we want to get Brest and get these other units that are over there cleared out so that we can focus on our primary moves. And I think after that we'll do a reorganization of the fronts. Once our armored forces are where we want them to be geographically, we'll be able to get all of that done.
Ready, sir.
Push forward these units, push forward this way.
Yes, sir. Move out.
Perfect.
Fall in.
Do we have a supply hub? Yes, we do. Wonderful. I probably should have planned that a little better, but we are going for the other supply hub in this region, so that is a good thing for us to be doing. Perfect. The Dijon supply hub is ours.
Move out. Fall in.
Again, the goal is for us to break through this little gap here.
Attention. Ready.
And again, I want to emphasize these armored units have, frankly, absolutely absurd armor and breakthrough, so they are super duper good attackers. As you can see, we've stalled our attack in other areas, but that's okay.
Fall in.
We're continuing to move forward and continuing to deal damage to the enemy. Perfect. For Special Service Force, so what else do we need? I think we're basically good on National Foci. So I don't really need any of this stuff, although reduced production cost for light ships would be nice. On the other hand, we'll go with the War Plans division. The War Plan decisions are good, and we'll eventually be able to make a lot of use of them. This unit press forward here, this one pop forward over here, and this one this way. Just kibosh this battle plan for now. That unit move in there, and what we'll do is now we'll get this Mark Clark's infantry army. We'll just deploy them to the northern side of this front so that that gets completely held by those units. And while there is a significant presence of infantry forces here, we'll...
Yes, sir.
Well, there isn't yet, so we'll need to handle that at a later point. I'm just going to grab a few divisions from this zone here and relocate them over to the other side.
Ready.
we do still have the initiative advantage here. Let's quickly, now that we've got these tanks deployed where we want them, let's go ahead and,
Yes, sir.
I don't know why that center's there. We'll go ahead and move all these units to the northern front, and that will let us do what we wish to do. The United Kingdom declares war on Iraq. Why would you declare war? UK. Johnny, what are you doing? Why are you coming in this way? You want to come from... What is going on? Okay, well, whatever. I actually know why. And again, this is a... I say again as though I've said this before. I haven't. I haven't said this before. This is new information that I'm providing you with right now. There was historically an invasion of Iraq during World War II. It was a little bit of a kerfuffle from an international perspective. It wasn't considered super. It was what is in international relations terms is considered a dick move. I will accept that is going to tank my war support, but that's okay. It's not going to tank it as much as it could. If we can win all these battles here, then cool. That's just more people joining the war. That's going to keep happening. If we can win these battles here, we can get all of these units, all these enemy divisions captured, and that's going to make things a lot easier.
Move out.
Japan wants to help. Iceland wants to help. Very good. And we do have our infantry coming over from the UK right now. So at this point, those units have basically deployed. Very good. There's Concentrated Industry 5. We'll go ahead and start with construction so that we can get the extra excavation tax. I'm going to set these units to also press forward into Brest. Because I don't want these enemy units escaping if I can possibly avoid it. I don't think they're going to, but they still might. Ooh, excellent. We've cracked some ciphers. We're going to leave that for the moment. And again, this is just the UK pulling more and more troops into here. Alright, so this is... Those units have essentially been destroyed, and now they have literally been destroyed. So, now we've got our infantry forces deployed here. We've still got this cutoff situation happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab all of Hodges' troops deployed to the northern front. Or no, not Hodges. We want Truscott's Marines deployed to the northern front. We're going to deploy them down here. We're going to scrap that front. And then with Truscott, we're going to set ourselves a nice, solid capture the whole of southern France order here. And then, let's see. These armored forces we're going to deploy primarily to the northern part of the front, and they're going to basically thrust up the coast to just the other side of the Rhine. If only historically it had been that easy. Truscott's army we're going to deploy in an advance just to get this way, and you can see, I would think it would be obvious, but I'll point it out. We're going to be avoiding the Maginot Line. This area is hyper-fortified, and we don't want to be attacked there. Let's go ahead and continue decrypting Italy, and then finally, with our... We're going to just have Clark's army stick on the front for now. And that'll be what it is. or no, Clark's army is the one we want advancing, not Hodges's, because Clark is split between these two fronts. It's good to have a certain number of troops that are used for garrisons, primarily sorry, not garrisons, because that's a different mechanic, but are you being used primarily as defensive troops. So we'll get that going, and we'll let those, yes, and we'll get those units.
Yes, sir.
Did my entire army really deploy down here? That's bananas. That's... sorry.
All in. Ready,
Right,
sir.
we're going to put these units on the front in Italy, the place where the battle is happening. Alright, so these air units we've got here are going to relocate. Well, not the bombers. Well, these ones are at least. And then these units are going to relocate to Paris. Oh no, these are the heavies. They don't need to relocate to Paris. They can just relocate to southern England. So they're going to continue to deploy there. And then we'll take some of them and deploy them to southern France. And that'll allow us to continue to have excellent offensive capabilities in that air zone. Put the strategic bombers up there, they'll be useful later. And I think that is going to be, yeah, that's going to be everything we've got time for today. It's been a wildly successful naval invasion, despite actually quite fierce opposition from our enemies, the fascists. So, yeah, we'll get started next episode with a more... Well, we'll take some time to plan, and then we'll get started with a more concerted advance. Until then, I've had fun. I hope you've had fun, and I'll see you all on the other side.